are watching our live stream on Facebook, there was an apartment complex in Silver Spring, Maryland, where it exploded. There was just huge explosion, but apparently people have been complaining about there being smells of gas or gas leaks, and there was a huge explosion, and they're still pulling bodies out. There are still some people who they haven't found yet, that people are trying to locate their family members, so it's not a good time in Silver Spring right now.
So right now, the good news is that one man because there were 8 people missing, we found 6, we've accounted for 6 so far, unfortunately, and one person appeared
alive?
Alive.
Oh, thank you.
So that's a great thing. And so there's one more person that's missing, and they're still looking. The structure wasn't really all that stable, so they had to call off the search for a while, but they're back on now, and it would be nice if we found that other person alive still, but my heart goes out to you guys too out in Silver Spring.
Yeah, and that's a perfect time for us to just thank the first responders that report and that really come out and save lives and track people down. Like, I think that the fire department and rescue teams don't get enough credit sometimes.
I agree.
But awesome job, y'all. Thanks.
I agree. Now, also, we have to talk about politics. You guys know, I said I was going to use this platform to make sure that we get out to vote. You guys, listen, you cannot vote if you don't register. That's just a fact.
We did forget, we forgot to remind people of that.
Yeah, you have to. So the deadline's coming up. I believe we have like 30 days to register in DC. But guys, please check your local listings to find out when the deadline is to vote. It's very important, guys. We have a poll that's come out, and right now, of course, Hillary Clinton is up by 9 percentage points right now, 50% according to Donald Trump's 41%. This is a local poll. And in the general election matchup, they did another statistic, and it says, according to honesty and trustworthiness, Hillary ranks at 11% versus Donald Trump's 16%. So people believe Donald Trump is more honest and trustworthy than Hillary.
Well, the worst part is that they both have such low numbers, like 16% and 11%.
But it gets lower.
Who is lower than that? Because for me, I don't even want a president that I could trust 11% of the time. Or can we get up to the 70s, 80s?
I agree. Oh, here's one. Cares about people like you and me.
Hillary Clinton has to be high.
She has 23 versus Donald's 19.
What's the scale? Does the number go to 100?
Right now we're making up well, there's a lot of people who are still undecided. Well, here's some higher numbers for you. For personality and temperament, Hillary comes up with 42% versus Donald Trump 17%.
So this sounds like it is a 100% scale. And we're just like creeping
slowly.
As we get closer, I'm hoping that as we get closer to the election, these numbers will get higher?
Well, hopefully they will. But we have to reach the new millennials, the ones that are voting now, because they're so undecided right now. They're so frustrated with this entire, like most of us. And right now we're in a battle of the lesser of two evils. We say it all the time. It's who's going to be. Now, me, myself, I'm not trying to tell you guys how to vote, like I always say. I'm not trying to tell you how to vote. However, how would you feel if you could go to the internet and pull up the First Lady naked? I mean, if you could do that, is that not? I mean,
well, it's crazy because I don't see it as the lesser of two evils. I think that Hillary Clinton is an amazing candidate. I think that she has a body of work that speaks for her ability to be a great president of the United States. So I don't know. When people say the lesser of two evils, I feel some kind of way. Like, we've had presidents in the past that had a way bad track record. I think she's shown that she cares about people. She's been a public servant for pretty much all of her career.
Right.
So I don't think she's the lesser of two evils. But to answer your point, no, I don't want to see the First Lady of the United States naked.
But I thought, you know, and it's a very powerful position. And morale plays a great part in that actually position, being the commander-in-chief, you know? So with that, you look at Miss America. Vanessa Williams got stripped completely just because she did nude photos. How can we have a First Lady and people have access to,
Well,
I mean, the choice should really be easy. Even the Republicans have been switching over, and they're having a hard time trying to support this guy who just can't say the right thing at any time. He just says what he wants to say.
Well,
and you can say nothing. You can say nothing negative about him.
Well, the craziest thing is that when you have a candidate who says whatever he wants to say, and then think about ex-Mayor Giuliani this week.
Yes.
So when you have people who support you that now come out and say whatever they want to say. So what former Mayor Giuliani had the nerve or the audacity to say was that we've never had, in America, we've never had any successful terrorist attacks prior to President Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton coming into the administration.
Well, he couldn't have said that.
No, he said it. As a matter of fact, I'm like, well, what about
9/11?
9/11? Wasn't that on your watch?
Absolutely.
In your city? So it's almost like, so I want to erase that. I want to act as if it never happened, but that happened on your watch. But that was his comment. And so the thing that he ended up saying was that, hey, oops, my bad. That's not exactly what I meant. I kind of meant that, oh, after that happened, nothing else happened during that whole presidency until, get on your head, stop it.
Man, I agree.
Stop. Crazy people follow crazy people, and crazy people who say crazy things have a bunch of followers that say crazy things too.
Now, see, once again, I just really, truly believe, and we're not going to stay on Trump thing, I promise you guys, but I really don't think he really took this as serious. I mean, he's really saying some things that are threatening this current administration, like Barack Obama is the founder of ISIS.
Again, stupid people
And
say
that
stupid
Hillary
things.
is the co-founder. You just can't say stuff like that because this puts this administration in jeopardy even as we speak. So this guy's really he's digging a hole that's just amazing. And I hate to say it, if you're a Donald Trump supporter, there has to be some type of hatred in your heart. It is no way that you could think, I mean, it has to be. It has to be, whether you're mad about the last 8 years of administration or whatever the case may be. But I can't see how anybody who's an American can actually honestly look anyone in the face and say, I support Donald Trump for what he's doing and what he believes in, and he can make this country better for everybody. Maybe for the elite few, but not for everybody.
Well, let's talk about it. So on our Facebook Live page, folks at home, if we have some, because we're open to inclusive meritocracy.
Absolutely.
So if somebody is at home, we don't want you to feel like we're all against Donald Trump. But help us figure this out. Help us figure out how, if he's your candidate, help us figure out how you see him running our country, how you feel safe at night knowing that he's the one with the codes. Log on to Facebook Live, Taylor and Collins. Give us your opinions, give us your thoughts. We don't want to be the only ones talking about it. And then the reverse, we want Hillary Clinton fans or Hillary Clinton supporters to go on to Taylor and Collins on Facebook Live as well. Give us your opinions. We're going to take a look at all your opinions, and some of your opinions, we may talk about it after the next break.
And let us know if you feel safe, if you feel okay giving the codes to this man, to
Or that woman. Both of them. We're fair.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
We're fair.
I'm trying. I'm trying to.
That's
be
what
fair.
I'm here for.
Yes, you are. So, what else? Oh, Castro.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this guy has said some other. He's actually, for his 90th birthday, he took a swipe at President Obama, basically saying that Obama's speech was lacking luster when he made a trip to Hiroshima. So everybody's basically saying whatever they want to say to this current administration, and also, here we go, the Clintons. Now, Hillary Clinton has released her tax filings.
I was so excited about that.
She did, and she paid $3.6 million in federal income.
It was just over 30%. So it's pretty much
Absolutely.
within the legal guidelines that they expect most Americans to pay. And I honestly don't know too many people that I know that actually want to pay 30% of their income, but to see that the Clintons actually did it,
Now, what
spoken volumes for me.
What shocked me, they made $10.7 million, and they paid $3.6.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. And people will say, oh, that's nothing to what they have or what they make, but it's relative. Nobody I know wants to willingly pay 30% of their income. But again, you guys tell us about it. You guys saw that they released them. Talk to us about how you feel on Facebook Live about the Clintons actually paying 30% of their income in taxes. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to take a look at what you guys have to say to us on Facebook Live, and we'll be back in a few moments on Taylor and Collins Live.
So you guys. Is Olympic time. And of course, we're going to talk about Rio in 2016.
I am prepared. I am my patriotic
we are.
self.
This is our patriotic part too.
I have decided today for you all, since we talked about it on the last show, I am red, white, and blued out. I have my American bracelet here, but this is my Olympic bracelet. So I've got all my favorite countries, all the countries that I've actually visited.
Oh, is that what that is?
That is. It's all the countries that I've actually visited.
And you also said, I can't tell you, I see America and France.
Yeah, but then there's also
Clearly I'm not
Italy.
well
There's
traveled.
always it's okay. Turks and Caicos. It's okay. But I'm so patriotic. I'm so excited. That's what the red, white, and blue is for.
And red, white, and blue is definitely doing their thing.
We're doing our thing.
We're definitely doing our things. We're at the top of the medal count with the U.S. leads with 28 gold, 28 silver, and 27 bronze medals, leading the pack with 83 total medals. The only one closer to us is China
Not really.
with 48.
Yep,
They have
not
15
really.
gold, 15 silver, and 18 bronze, along with Great Britain, who has 18 gold, 18 silver, 11 bronze for a total of 47. So
It feels so good to have them that far away. So let me put that into perspective. That's 83 medals for us, and then 48 for them. So I mean, it's great to watch. It's great to watch. It's so exciting. But I don't know, the patriot that I am.
now,
I'm
lots of
sorry
great things
for
have happened in the Olympics. Now, of course, the United States are doing great things. They're doing great things, but we have to also give credit to some of the other athletes.
There's a bunch of firsts. There's a bunch of
Absolutely.
firsts. The small island of Fiji won their first gold medal ever in rugby.
Right,
Ooh,
right.
People are sitting around watching rugby. I mean, but it's huge. It's a small Polynesian island. Most people aren't pretty much familiar with it, maybe. But to have your first gold medal is amazing for any country.
Now, rugby is like football. Right?
Football.
That's what they call it. So I'm learning.
It's like their version of our version of
Football.
of American football, but not necessarily soccer. It's like this crazy hybrid. But they've had some rugby players try to transition into the NFL. So
Of course.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that's where
quick,
the
they're
money is.
fast. They
That's
got
what-
big legs, but they're really short. So aside from that, let's talk about gymnastics. The
Let's talk-
women's
yeah, last
the
night-
women's gymnastics squad off the chain. I'm sorry. I'm so proud to be an
You
American.
did well. You should be. Now, last night I watched the Olympics for the first time. The whole thing. Now, here's the thing. It's just like with sports. My favorite teams, I tend not to watch because bad things tend to happen. Okay, so last night I happened to watch the balance beam.
Simone. Did you watch
Simone, and I'm all
Biles?
excited, and Hernandez, and of course, tragic. No medals at all. Not a gold medal yesterday. For the first time in quite some time, the United States did not pick up one gold medal yesterday. Yet we still lead the pack.
Well, I mean, we have our categories that we know we're going to do well in, and then this year we surprised the world in gymnastics for our women, and people are a little bit upset about it. They weren't expecting it. I mean, last Olympics, Gabby Douglas took the world by storm because they didn't expect an American gymnast to do so well and to win in the all-arounds. But Simone Biles is she's doing her thing. Go, Simone. Get it in, girl. Get it in. And the funniest thing is that there was a gymnast from Italy who early on, I guess there was a world competition that had happened, and she was a little upset about the fact that Simone had done so well and Hernandez had done so well, and I guess the previous Olympics, Gabby Douglas had done so well. So she made a comment, Carlota Ferlito or something like that, but her name isn't the most important part. But the important part is that this heifer had this heifer had not that heifer, but the Carlotta heifer had the nerve to say something along the lines of, I guess next time we'll have to paint our faces black so that we can win.
Did she really say that?
Yeah. How about Carlotta? How about you practice harder and you do better? Because the worst part about that one right there. So the thing about it is, it's not even like she came in second or third. She was like fifth. So there were like 3-4 other people whose faces weren't painted black who beat you, and you and your teammates like were 5th and 6th or 4th and 5th. They wouldn't have even medaled.
Well, they tend to always get mad when we dominate in certain things, when a certain group dominates in certain things. Now, Gabby, speaking of Gabby, of course, she's a little upset because of all the things that are going around. The people were saying things about her, and it's basically Gabby said that she avoided the internet while in Rio because of the negativity which people were saying about her. They said they were talking about her hair and her not putting her hand on her heart, and was very salty in the stands, criticizing because of Biles' leadership in the Olympics.
So the thing about it is I support Gabby. I was so happy to see her win, but it was a little bit of shade, I think, from her. Come on. I'm
think
not
so,
going to
too.
make any comments about her edges. People have been talking about her edges. I've seen a million memes about the fact that she needs to slap some relaxer on those edges. I'm not going to say anything about that because that's not my business. But what I do have a problem with is that when the rest of the girls on the team were super excited about Simone Biles' first gold medal, everybody jumped up and clapped. And I looked at Gabby, and she was kind of still sitting there, kind of giving a little side eye. And I was like, Gabby, you wrong on every
Well, you
level.
can't be mad because that should have been her. In her mind, that could have been her.
And she'd have been right with Carlota. Has she? I mean, really, you can't be mad because somebody's better. It would be
agree.
different if Simone didn't do like an amazing job, if she didn't have a great routine. But she hit the ball out the park. She did her thing.
So you have to believe that jealousy sets in.
There you have
someplace,
it.
somewhere
I didn't
along
want
the
to
line.
say it, but there you have
So
it.
we'll say congratulations to Biles on getting the bronze. She didn't get the gold like we expected, and Hernandez for turning out such a great performance. Now, I did see the one who won the gold, and her routine was amazing. It
Absolutely.
was completely amazing.
But
yeah.
Simone came back today, and she won another gold medal on the floor routine.
And
And the
also-
funny thing is, they didn't even expect her to do a good job on the floor because we had signed up the other girl. I can't even remember what her name is, but it's the older one, the oldest one who's been kind of running and dominating the team. I don't want to call her mom because she's not that old. Much younger than me, but in gymnastics, she's old.
Okay.
She actually came in and won the silver, but they expected her to win the gold. We're just dominating.
Well, along with a lot of other sports. And also, did you hear this? Biles, Michael Phelps, and is it Ledecky?
Katie?
Will be on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Katie Ledecky.
So
Yep,
please
they
pick it
will.
up. It's the first time that we'll have all these three on. And I think when they were on, they won 14 medals, and they've basically excelled from that since then. So congratulations to you guys on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
I'm super excited about that. The one thing I'm not excited about is Ryan Leckie. Like he and I think it was like 2 or 3 of their teammates were in a taxi cab over in Rio. So this is hilarious. The funniest thing about it is not that they got robbed. So if you guys are at home or following this story, Ryan and some of his other swim teammates, they had taken a cab back. I guess they were going to meet up with a Brazilian swimmer, and the cab driver pulled over to the gas station to get some gas, and they were held up. So some guys walk over to the car with police badges, acting as if they were police officers, and they robbed them. They put a gun to Ryan's head. But the craziest thing is the Olympic Commission said that it never happened. So Ryan's mom was like, no, my son got robbed. My son got robbed out there. They put a gun to his head. And so she starts telling all these different news outlets. So the commission comes back and says, no, this didn't happen. They're making it up. The whole American team is like trying to support that. They're making this up. This didn't happen. And mom's like, I don't have a reason to lie. That's what happened. So they finally came out and said, yeah, he got robbed, but he's okay.
For bad press. And you know, the thing is, a lot of people have gotten robbed there at knife point. But this is the first situation where they were actually robbed at gunpoint. So that's got to be kind of scary. It's got to be really kind of scary. So you
Hating
guys-
on the U.S.
Absolutely.
Hating on us.
Also, let's talk about Clayton Murphy, 21 from Ohio. This guy won the 800-meter bronze medal. Now, before, I didn't care about a bronze medal. I really didn't. But in this case, listen, you guys, I have a newfound respect for bronze. This is a record for the first time since 1992. And this guy out of Ohio didn't even want to run. And this guy comes in and wins a medal for the United States. So congratulations to you, Clayton Murphy. We have a lot of other people in our swimmer.
Simone. I think
Simone Manuel, that's
yeah,
right,
Simone.
winning the gold medal in the 800-meter freestyle.
Now, what's hilarious about that is Simone is a woman of color. She's black, so she's the first black woman
Right.
to win a gold medal in that type of swimming event. And it was a tie, though. It was a tie. That's what was crazy. And I have not seen a tie for a gold medal in swimming in a long time. But I was like, we'll take it. I was just happy to, and that's a long way. Like,
It's another historic moment, absolutely.
So the running joke is that black people don't swim. So what's hilarious is that clearly we swim, and we swim for gold. But there is another girl that is a Canadian diver. Did you see her? Okay. So you probably didn't know she was from Canada. You probably weren't paying attention because
You're probably right, 'cause-
when I saw her dive, all I looked at was her butt. It was like she is swole, like she's got an amazing body. And online, all they were talking about is this is a black girl that's not worried about getting her hair wet. So she's a diver from Canada, and she did some amazing dives.
Right, I do remember, and she is beautiful. can't think of her name either.
She had
but
she had like a Serena Williams
yes, she does.
body.
So it's a lot of talent in the Olympics this year, guys. A lot of talent.
Speaking of which, let's talk about Allison Felix just really quick.
Absolutely.
That came.
Let's see, once again, for the first time, I took yesterday and I focused on the Olympics. I focused on trying to pay attention, and I watched Felix, another big race, and I think it should be. I think it should be illegal for you to jump or fall across the line, as opposed to just.
So athletes have been leaning forward, and I think Michael Johnson came in and had the conversation, and he was tweeting and he was on Facebook saying that any good track star knows that you want to lean and lunge at the end. And so they're saying that, you know, she leaned in and then she fell, and what we saw was her trying to recover from the fall.
Well, what a great time. I'm not buying that.
You're not buying
I'm not buying that. She did just what she needs to do to get the goal.
So then Allison should have done it too.
I
mean,
agree.
you can't be mad. You can't be mad. It's not like she Tom Brady did. It's like she came up with an idea that wasn't illegal. It was fair.
But what a horrible way to win.
It is.
What a horrible way to win.
They may put an asterisk next to her.
And of course, you're going off the grid, not being anti-American, but unfortunately, Michael Johnson's record was kind of swept away by a South African runner. Was that Saturday? Anyway, Michael Johnson's record that he held as the fastest man has now been taken down by a South African runner who did a really amazing job. Just goes to show that no record can stand forever.
Well, you expect records to be broken. You expect them to be set, and they'll be broken at some point. But the funniest thing, well, he didn't. But the funniest thing is that I think that's why he was so vocal on the Allison Felix, Shaunae Miller thing.
Absolutely.
Because he's like, my record just got broke, and then I just really want to talk because I want to see, like, I care so much about the sport, and I don't want people to think that I'm bitter about it. But okay, Michael, it's been there for a long time. But the funniest thing that I wanted to mention, and just tell me what you think, and you folks at home can chime in and tell me what you're thinking about this as well. But Shaunae Miller, she's listed as being from the Bahamas because that's where she was born. So my question about that is she graduated from University of Georgia. She was trained here in the United States.
Right.
And the University of Georgia team was like super excited that she won the gold. So it's almost like, okay, an American won the gold. She was born in the Bahamas. But what do you think as far as if athletes come from other countries and they were kind of born and raised in the U.S. and we train them and we teach them and we kind of groom them to be great, but then they go to the Olympics and they compete for their respective home countries?
I agree with you. I've always had a problem with that. Well, not so much of a problem, but I did feel some type of way. You know, if you, like a lot of people have gone to school from other countries, they come over here and they train and they go to their country and they represent their country and win, yet they come back here and live. I do agree. I wonder if that should even be legal. I mean, I think personally, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but if you run for your country, you should go back to your country.
Oh, where do they pay taxes? That's what I want to know. Are they paying taxes here?
And they're paying the trainers too. So there's money, there's revenue coming in one way or the other.
But they're learning, they're getting their talents, they're honing in on their skills.
Absolutely. They're getting the best training that there is, and they're taking it back to their country.
So I just want to know that how does Shaunae Miller know to dive? But I don't know. It's not an American thing. The whole diving across the finish line is not an American thing. We'll make that her Bahamian heritage piece of her.
I guess you're right. We cannot leave out Usain Bolt.
Oof.
We just cannot. Now this guy, I found out how much money he makes. This guy
per
makes
second, like
he made with $235 million, and he makes like 100 and some odd thousand per second.
Per second.
Now the good news about this in track and field, Maurice Green, Michael Johnson, and a lot of the Bolden
and Justin Gatlin.
All these guys are arrogant. Most of your sprinters are arrogant.
Usually are.
Bolt, for some reason, there's something about this guy, something about his personality that everybody really loves. So when he walks out of the arena, I'm used to people cheering for an American, so it's really kind of refreshing and different to hear about somebody actually jumping behind a Jamaican runner,
right?
Even Americans.
Well, his personality and his character is so, oh my, it's so, I got distracted. Do you guys see this picture behind me? There is something about these track guys, but I think like you said, Ernest, they have a cockiness and an arrogance, but when you look at these thighs and everything else around the thighs, I'm sorry, you don't look.
Lord.
Guys don't look, but girls look. When you look at these thighs and you look at everything that they bring to the table, good Lord. That's why they're arrogant. That's why they're cocky. But Usain Bolt does a lot in the community. The people of Jamaica absolutely love him. And the things that he's doing in this Olympics are insane for a 30-plus-year-old athlete.
Absolutely.
And he's coming back off of an injury. So folks thought this season, I'm going to win. He's not able to train the whole season. And poor Justin Gatlin has to, I think he's probably going to try to run another season hoping that he could actually win, because I think he thought he was going to win this time, but Usain Bolt was Usain Bolt, and he did that
Well,
thing.
Justin really wasn't expected to win. I mean, Justin has done great for a man of his age that's participated as long as he has. I still take my hat off to Justin.
He did good. He
But
was
there's a
right
point-
there.
Right, there's a
Sorta,
point in time.
kinda.
I mean, right now, this is just Usain's time.
It
this
is.
is his time, and congratulations to him, man. And
He says this will be his last year, though.
well, it should be. With all that
said
money,
he-
why would you continue to run? I mean,
He says he won't compete. He says he won't compete. But I'm so looking forward to looking at how these Olympic trials end up. We've got like a few more days. I got a few
Only
more
like a week
days.
left.
That's a few more days. Like, it's not like it's football season. It's not like it's basketball season. We're looking forward to report more information on the USA basketball team, because not much is
Right.
happening right now, other than the fact that people expect them to blow everybody out. And Kevin Durant said, look, we're not going to blow everybody out. We're going to win. We want to bring the gold home, but don't keep expecting us to blow
it has
everybody
to
out.
be exciting.
It-
It
it-
has to be exciting. That's
it-
the only way we get through. Also, good luck and congratulations to women's beach volleyball. I believe our women are going for, I think it's the 4th or 5th gold medal.
Let's go. So we look forward to getting back to you guys with an updated medal count when we see you guys in a couple of weeks. But for the most part, I'm so excited about Olympics, all of this Olympic flair. I got a little bit more Olympic flair a little bit later on. And we've got some great entertainment stories and some entertainment news to talk to you guys about a little bit later in the show. But we're going to give you some time to digest all that we've given you so far, and we'll see you
In a few minutes. On the show, guys, we're glad to have you with us. I'm Ernest Collins.
I'm
And-
still patriotic. We've moved on, but I do want you to know that I am still so patriotic.
So, of course, this is the entertainment section of our show. Now, look, guys, if it's something you want to hear, something you want to see, just let us know. You can hit us up on our Facebook page at Taylor and Collins and let us know what you want us to talk about. Right now, we're going to talk about power.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
Okay, so
This is
power.
my favorite
Now,
part.
now, if you haven't been, we're 2 weeks. We've been away 2 weeks, right? So in the last 2 weeks, we have to kind of come up with the last. Now, the big thing in what is it, a week ago, was 50 Cent. I don't have his character name, but 50 Cent is messing around with someone, and he actually shows his private part on television.
Well, yeah. And it was a huge thing on social media
I don't know
because
about
50
huge.
Cent tried to.
I'm just going by what everybody
I'm
else
saying
said.
it was a huge blow up.
I'm only-
It was shiny and it was dark. I didn't say huge. I said it was a huge thing on social media because 50 Cent started to tweet and post comments on Facebook acting as if he didn't know that it was going to be shown. So something along the lines of, oh, it's great, thanks. Now my aunt so-and-so can't see the show.
Isn't he a
so
producer?
He is an executive producer. And then one of the other executive producers, I can't think. Yes. Now that's who needs to show their thing on the show.
No, that's
I'm
James.
sorry. I'm sorry.
If you
Jamie
guys-
Ghosts.
if you
Ghost
guys are
needs to show
ghosts.
his thing. But anyhow, 50's little thing. So yeah, so one of the other executive producers and he were going back and forth on Twitter, and she was like, "You signed the waiver like everybody else. Keep it moving." And then she screenshot where it had her name and executive producer.
Oh, wow.
I love it. I love it. Yo, he got closer.
Well, if you guys aren't watching Power, you better catch up and catch on. You can probably catch it on demand. But what a great episode. And I think last week's episode was one of the best. I think they have an amazing cast.
This season they're doing really, really well.
Now, right now we have Ghost, who, like, everybody's trying to kill Ghost right now. Of course, you guys know this is Ghost.
I'll save Ghosts.
I mean,
I will throw myself
And-
in front of a bullet if he were taller.
well, we have Holly, who's trying to get Tasha and Tommy to kill Ghost before they kill her. Is it Lobos or somebody kills them? Anyway, it's a great show, great cast. I don't even know how to begin to say it, man. I'm just so intrigued by this show, by the cast. Bottom line, Holly gets murdered by.
Killed dead by murdered death killed by Holly. I'm so happy. I am so happy. So
Why
here's-
is everybody happy that Holly's dead?
because Holly was on my last nerve.
And that makes her a good actress.
No.
That makes her a great actress.
No, her whole character, the writing behind her character. So here's the thing. I was watching something else on TV. I can't even remember what I was watching. But there were previews of a new show that Holly has the lead role in.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so I looked at that and I said, wait, Holly's got a new. She about to get killed tonight. I already knew. Because when you
yeah, the
see an actor or an
inside.
actress and you see them with a starring role on a new show, it generally means that they are leaving the old show. So I was sitting there like rocking like Sophia in a prison cell. I was like, oh, she gonna get killed soon. Like I didn't know it was gonna happen this week, but seeing her pop up on another show, I knew she was about to get dead quick, and I was so happy.
This has got to be scary because there are great shows out there. There's Ballers, there's Greenleaf, there's Power, and there's Empire. Now,
And people like Survivor's Remorse.
Survivor's Remorse, which I have to catch up on, you
Good
guys.
scripted shows now.
But the thing is, in an award show, which is going to come up, now, Empire, when they're on, they're on. If there was something between Power, matter of fact, you guys can hit us up and let us know, Power or Empire.
And that's a tricky thing.
And it is because it's great writing, great actors. Lynn Whitfield, we'll come back to her once we talk about
Well,
another show.
what makes it tricky is that one is on regular network television
Right.
and then the other one is on cable. So they can go a little bit further and they can show penises. And so the penis may win, even though it wasn't
But there's
necessarily
a
a
broader
great looking
audience.
penis.
There's a broader audience
It's
when you
just-
talk about regular television
Yeah.
versus, because everybody don't have cable.
They don't, but you can go online now and you can watch stuff and folks stream it. But it's good shows. But we don't have to compare. We don't have to compete. But we'll let you guys compare and compete and give us a little feedback as to which one you want to hear more information about. This week it's about Power. Maybe when Empire comes back, we'll talk about that too. But right now, Power's reigning for me.
We can't leave out Greenleaf. Now, if you guys aren't aware about Greenleaf, Greenleaf is about the church life. There's a pastor, Lynn Whitfield plays First Lady, and there's all the scandals that goes on in the church. Now, I've kind of, before we go into the story, I've kind of talked to some of my churchgoers, and man, when you can get the church to be excited, or church members to be excited about a show like
Right.
Greenleaf, that means the writing's great. I think Lynn Whitfield is playing the role of her life as the First Lady.
This picture, she's sitting there looking like,
Well, it shows all the things that happen and what a real First Lady would actually do, how she holds everything together. It's almost like the White House,
hence First Lady.
but it's a church.
Yeah.
And there's scandals going on between everybody sleeping with one another. Somebody's getting married. I mean, it's a great show, you guys. You have to check out Greenleaf. Of course, it's going to be great because it's an Oprah Winfrey show.
Yeah, and from what I hear, Oprah had conversations with T.D. Jakes to talk to him a little bit about it and a couple other pastors to kind of get an idea or feel to see if it felt real, if it was believable, if it were things that kind of happened. So I kind of feel like it may be loosely based.
And also, we are introducing the Winings. The Winings, Deborah Joy Winings is, she's playing Charity in the movie. She looks like a Wining. She acts like a Wining.
She looks like a whining.
Unfortunately, she's married to a guy who happens to like other guys. He's starting to find out he has interest in other guys. And these are things that happen in the church. We have, she hired a gay choir director. And I mean, you've got to check out Greenleaf, guys. If ever you want to know what happens in the black church, if ever you really want to know what's happening in the black
some
church,
black churches. In some black churches.
in the major black churches, because I've done the research with people who are
Done that.
parts of the church and they really are excited about it. So if you can get the church to back a movie like this, it's got to be believable.
It feels. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard so much about it.
You've
but
got to
it
catch
feels
up. You can go
real just from
on
listening
demand, and
about
you
it.
can watch the seasons, and it's another show. Also, Ballers. Now, Ballers is about a football show. Now, in this movie is also Denzel Washington's son. I didn't know he actually played. I didn't know he was an actor, but he's in this. And of course, Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Yep.
He actually plays Spencer, and he's a
So
yeah, another great movie. I'm telling you, it's so
distracting.
many great movies on right now. So
or
many
shows,
great television shows.
The funniest thing is that you call them movies because the shows are written. They're written so
guess
well,
you're right, you're
and you've
right.
got these actors that actually play on the big screen. You're watching these great shows, and it gives you the feeling like it's a movie.
Well, I say amen because I'm so tired of reality television shows.
Oh.
So this is something that will take my mind away from the normal stuff that I felt I had to watch, and I can watch something that kind of feels good. Because before, if you were acting as scripted, I didn't believe it. But kudos to all you guys and our great actors and actresses that we haven't even heard of. You know, this is a great opportunity right now for a lot of people who are trying to get into the industry.
Absolutely. So coming off of reality and scripted and TV, let's talk about what's going on with some of these actors and actresses in real life. So I don't know if you guys got a chance to hear the story about Mel Gibson and his baby's mama or his ex, Oksana something. She's got the longest name, but her name is not as important as what this silly woman chick did. If I were a guy, I would call her something else. So they have this, she has this audio tape of some sort of him going off and yelling and screaming and saying a bunch of crazy Mel Gibson
Not Mel.
type of stuff. Yeah, Mel Gibson. Some like crazy Mel Gibson type stuff. So there's this huge settlement that they sign a disclosure off the record. I think it's like 20 million or something like that, double digits, so much money, I have no clue. But they sign a disclosure about it.
Okay.
So she goes back and her friends say, girl, you know you can get more than that. So she goes back and forth with Mel, trying to get him to give her more money. He says no. So she goes and she leaks the tape.
This is for real?
Yeah, for real. She leaks the tape. There's like this huge lawsuit and all kinds of stuff going on. One thing leads to another. She leaks the tape and then she goes on Howard Stern and kind of talks about all the stuff. Like she insinuates all the stuff that was on the tape, which was a violation of their non-disclosure agreement. And so she ends up going from like 20 million to she gets like $250,000 or something. Yeah. So if I can have the idiot of the day, it would go to her. Like, sit down, shut up, and who are your friends? You got to surround yourself with people who can give you good advice. Who tells you 20 million isn't enough?
Here's another one, speaking of idiots.
Idiots.
Chris Brown's ex-wife or baby's mama. So she took him to court to try to get more money. She lost everything.
See?
Everything. She
Maybe
tried to
she's
get
the one
more.
talking to Oksana. He's crazy.
She's trying to get more money, and she just walked away, and she ended up getting nothing. Chris, salute to you. You know, I don't want to get in trouble.
You don't want someone not to pay no child support.
No. I believe in a man that
Greed.
a great father. If you're a great dad, you take care of your responsibilities, which men don't get enough credit for doing the right thing. And apparently, Chris is really, this baby has changed his life, changed his world, and the baby mama drama should be put aside. And I'm actually glad, for once, that Chris got caught on the right side of the law. And anyway, bottom, kudos to you.
People think greed. I mean, it just speaks
Absolutely.
to greed. You're getting a great amount of money that, and I hate to talk about women who are, I'll call them opportunistic. There are other words that I can call. There are plenty other names that I can
Absolutely.
have for.
I do too.
But I'll be nice and I'll say opportunistic. So if you find yourself in a great position, you've got good opportunities, like stop being greedy. Like stop being greedy. 20 million would have been good. I don't know what Chris Brown's baby mama. First of all, you got him broken up with his relationship that he had had. He had had a great relationship. You get knocked up. You have this baby with someone who you're not in a relationship with. Not judging. That's your business. Do your thing. But you have come up on a check. Okay, have a baby by me, baby, and be a millionaire. So you've gotten there, and then now you being greedy. Girl, get on your head. get on your head.
In better news, congratulations to Kevin Hart and Nico Paris. They got married Saturday, finally.
And she's from here. She's local. I believe she's from somewhere here
She's
in Maryland.
from Baltimore. She was from Baltimore, and she moved to LA to start her career and ran into Kevin Hart. It doesn't get any better than that.
It's just you got to look high and low for him.
And she's actually beautiful. So
she's
gave her a 6-carat diamond ring.
6 carats.
She's 31, he's 27, and they got married in Santa Barbara Saturday.
It's so funny. I've seen them on vacation in Aruba a few years ago, and they were just having such a genuinely good time. I know Kevin.
It's Kevin Hart.
Well, when he was with Tori Hart, that didn't seem like a good time all the time. But they genuinely looked happy. They were having a great time. There were no cameras around.
Kevin
so they
would look
weren't
as
doing
rich with her than she does with Nico.
Well, the good thing is that Tori Hart has said great things. She's tweeted and she's posted
right.
For them to put God first and keep God in the marriage. It was a little shade.
But see,
it was a little shade, but I like her stepping beyond herself.
In House Husbands of Hollywood. See, she gets her reoccurring role as long as she's on Kevin's good side. So
well, no. You know that the person that's on The Real Husband, that's not her. That's an actress actually playing her.
Stop playing.
Yeah, that's not her.
Oops,
that's actually that's an actress playing her, but she's actually on a different show, like one of the Love and Hip Hop Hollywoods.
Right.
She's on one of the other ones. I don't think it's that Hollywood show, but she's something. But she's not really as relevant as being his ex-wife is. So her tweeting that, congratulations to them, I think it's good. It speaks to how smart she can be. She won't be on that category of one of the dumb chicks who was an opportunist who's going to lose everything. Way to go, Tori. Smart girl.
And also, another wedding happened Saturday. Ray J married Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, LA, Princess Love. Now, I watched the show. They got into lots of fights and everything. He bought her 8-carat diamond ring.
Did he do the King Jaffe Jafra?
He
ruler
did.
of Zamunda?
He did.
He looks like King Jaffe Jafra Ruler of the Mecca. I mean, just because it's Versace doesn't mean that you should wear it. Like that looks like
And she looks good for a former stripper because
She
that's
should-
what she was.
she was a
She
stripper
was a
too.
former stripper. So, hey, congratulations. Of course, they got married in
Put
L.A.
her business out there like that.
They got married in L.A. Brandy sang, of course she did.
I can't.
I know. Anyway, 150 people attended the private ceremony in Los Angeles. So congratulations to Ray J and to Princess, along with Kevin Hart and Aniko.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays off on the show because the show just started back. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood started back this week. So I'm sure they'll probably show the path of them leading up to the marriage.
Absolutely.
But now I know what the ending is, so I almost feel like I don't need
Well,
to
you-
watch
you
this
still need to
season.
watch it.
Ah,
Now, of course, you guys, we're doing this thing because our time is almost up. Be kind to one another is what I think was last
that
week.
was our challenge last
Now,
week.
I have to give congratulations to some guy. I don't know who he was, but the kind gesture that I found from somebody else is I was throwing a cup away, and it fell from the recycle bin onto the floor, and a young man who had his headphones on stopped and picked it up and threw it in the trash can. That's the type of kindness I'm talking about. Just a typical, it costs nothing. Just a typical be kind to one another thing.
I like it. So our
Just like the
challenge
earlier
for you
one.
guys this week is we want to challenge you to step outside your box. So Chandra Rhimes had written a book maybe a year or two ago. It was The Power of Saying Yes. So I challenge you to say yes to something this week that you normally wouldn't say yes to.
That's a challenge.
It's a challenge.
'Cause I'm
Something-
saying no already.
So things that you may feel uncomfortable about doing, things that you may normally say no to, try something different this week and say yes to it. So that's our challenge for this week. And before we head out, I want to say thank you. In our last show, we asked our viewers to start to post pictures as we did the farewell to Chief Z. And we did have one of our viewers post a picture on our Facebook page. Becky Reams posted a picture of her
Hey, Becky.
in her Redskins gear with Chief Z. So thank you. It feels good to really feel like you guys are actually
Absolutely.
following us and kind of doing some of the stuff that we ask you to do. So we thank you so much. We look forward to you guys exercising the power of saying yes and doing something different.
Don't forget to hit us up on Facebook at Taylor and Collins. Taylor and
I
Collins
can't get on the page.
Live.
Next. Taylor and Collins Live.
We'll see you guys
Let's do
we'll
this.
see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Take care. Be kind to one another.